Let's run by you the latest news updates we have. The Ministry of Education is proposing a double-track system to increase enrollment under the free senior high school program. The double-track system means batches of senior high school students will have to rotate through school terms and vacations in a sandwich system. In a presentation by the Minister of Education, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, at a sensitization program for stakeholders on the theme, "No qualified child should be left out," the Education Minister stated that the double-track system is needed to meet the expected enrollment growth in senior high schools across Ghana. Maxwell Agbagba has more in this story.
The government's flagship program, Free Senior High School, is bedeviled with challenges. Many classrooms and dormitories continue to be overcrowded as government remains committed to ensuring that every child gets space. With the double-track system, a second batch of SHS1 students will start classes when the first batch of the same class is on vacation. This is a proposal from the ministry to deal with the increasing enrollment following the start of the free SHS program. Amongst others, the system is expected to reduce class sizes, increase contact hours from 6 to 8 hours per day, and also create room for the anticipated surge in enrollment. According to Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, about 473,000 students are expected in 2018. This means 182,000 students will be cut off. He argues that the double-track school calendar system as practiced in developed countries like the United States and Australia is the best option for government now if all students should be absorbed. The minister admitted that even when all the funds needed are made available, government cannot build quickly for 2018 entrance. But the new system will create a calendar of 2 semesters in a year for the SHS1 class, containing 81 days per semester and 41 days of vacation for a sandwich class. His presentation also listed Costa Rica, Japan, and Kenya as some countries using the double-track system.
And there'll be conversations around this subsequently on other programs on the channel. But moving on, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, John Peter Amewu, is accusing management of the Ghana Manganese Company in Takwa of shortchanging government in the pricing of the mineral being sold to a firm in China for processing. He is threatening the company's license may not be renewed. The Lands and Natural Resources Minister was on a familiarization tour of mineral trading companies in Nsuta in the Takwa Nswayin municipality of the Western region when he got to know about transaction details of the Ghana Manganese Company with its mother organization in China. A visibly outraged minister said the company has failed to pay requisite revenues and royalties to government.
The Lands and Natural Resource Minister, John Peter Amewu, had been on a familiarization tour of mineral trading companies in Nsuta in the Takwa Nswayin municipality of the Western region when he got to know about transaction details of the Ghana Manganese Company with its mother organization in China. A visibly outraged minister said the company has failed to pay requisite revenues and royalties to government.
If you look in your surroundings, there's nothing that is showing that this company's period of working here has really demonstrated or produced anything for the citizens around. The road are driving into this place, so miserable. I have an opportunity to travel to a mine in Pets. In the mine, I was surprised because I didn't know I was in a mine. Roads were well tied, environments were cleaned. And these are the standards that we also expect mines to bring to Ghana. Because it's the same people that work there, and the same people sometimes that come here. I'm not so much happy, for telling me that you want to increase your production target. Yes, of course, we haven't given you a depletion policy in terms of your trajectory. But if you are just increasing your production target without government benefiting equally, for me, it makes no sense to me at all as a minister.
The minister then directed management of GMC to furnish the Minerals Commission with pricing details of ore which was being sold since January 2017.
If you have a sister company that is buying from you at a lower rate and selling it to its mother company for processing, what rate are you paying to government? Government has been shortchanged for far too long. In your presentation, I was expecting to see some of the finances. Those were not clear. I'm asking management to go back immediately and begin to re-examine the price at which they are paying government based on the royalty. It is very key.
With a government stake of 10% in the firm, John Peter Mewu said the company has not fully complied with local content laws as agreed with government and risk losing the mining license. Operations Officer of GMC, Benjamin Atukwashi, said the company will comply with the minister's new directives and yield to their demands.
We have plans in place to address some of these concerns. One of them is the road. That in fact we have a feasibility study done to come up with this road or construct a road from here to Takoradi.
In Natala Kwanzaa's report.
Now let's move to Kumasi. And the Ghana National Association of Teachers has debunked the Finance Ministry's claim that the Ghana Education Service Occupational Pension Scheme's 80-month contribution of the Temporary Pension Fund account has been released. Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta in the 2018 Media Budget Review on Thursday said 3 million Ghana cedis has since been transferred to the Temporary Pension Fund account. Speaking at the 56th NAT and Canadian Teacher Federation Professional Development Program in Kumasi, the head of Salaries, Terms and Conditions, Ahina Kwakwashi, believes the minister has either been misinformed or it's pure political propaganda.
Mr. Kwashi was not happy with the National Pension Regulatory Authority acting as both the custodian and pension fund manager. A situation, he says, contravenes the National Pension Act 2008, Act 766.
You know, the money, they said there was no money, so they were going to use bonds in paying those things. So it's just like papers. Now, these papers, instead of NPRA handing them to the GS Occupational Pension Scheme, and for that matter, our custodian, which is the Universal Merchant Bank, NPRA is saying that we don't have a custodian. That's the funny aspect of it. They say we don't have a custodian. But the question is, if we don't have custodian, why is it that from September 2016 to June this year, every month our monies or contribution hits our custodian account? The problem that we have had is that because UMB was nominated by the previous government, they don't want to give the money to UMB to manage.
He called for calm among members as the Ministry of Labour prepares to clear outstanding payments, including promotional arrears of some 30,000 teachers.
Indeed, just last Monday, the Deputy Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, Honorable Wekunrobe, sent me a text message indicating that the consultant had finished his work. And Tuesday, I was at the Controller and Accountant General's Department office with the Director Payroll, where the consultant came in and confirmed that they have almost finished the work. Over 10,000 teachers are going to be paid.
The Canadian Teachers Federation has been collaborating with the Ghana National Association of Teachers for 56 years. Ghanaian teachers have enjoyed bursaries for further studies and mentorship, among others. The Canadian team comprising 8 resource persons who train and upgrade teachers' competencies in early childhood development, literacy, and numeracy. This year's training comprised 480 teachers from the Upper West, Upper East, Northern, and Brown Ahafo regions. Some of the beneficiary teachers spoke to JoyNews.
We've learned a whole lot, even how to prepare your own TLNs when maybe we find it difficult to prepare some TL. But since we came here, what they taught us, I think we've learned how to prepare our own TL, even if you don't have them.
Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Debra.
And still in Kumasi, Zongo leaders in the Ashanti regional capital say they will sue the Ghana Police Service on the killing of 5 alleged armed robbers at Mansonkwanta. This comes on the back of an independent committee set up by the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, to investigate the matter. Speaking at a press briefing on Sunday, Sheikh Anas Tawfiq Ibrahim Al-Bakri of the Darul Hadith Institute of Islamic Studies said The move will pave way for many unanswered questions and also ensure affected families are satisfied.
What they should have done is to maintain the integrity of the crime scene so that investigation could be conducted to unravel what really happened. We therefore recommend that a detailed forensic and medical legal depth investigation is conducted to bring forth the truth in the soonest possible time and concern youth to seek redress through legal measures. We also advise that despite the investigation to be conducted by the committee set up by the government, the affected families should by themselves take the matter to a competent court of judicature. This ought to be done, and that is what we think is the best way forward. We at this would raise some funds to help support the deceased family and all affected in this cause. We also have some technical advice for the families, and that would help in the investigation, but this can only be.
Well, please do remember that we're going to have on the show the Minister for Inner City Development to give us some more insight into what action the ministry is taking, but more so the latest we have from the Ghana Police Service on the subject. We'll also be talking about blood on the highway. And in our latest Hotline documentary, JoyNews Adelaide Arthur shares harrowing stories of road accident victims and their families who will have to live with painful memories and scars. Tragic news all around us, and we'll be wrapping the show with some entertainment on AM Showbiz. It's brought to you by Awake Purified Water. Please stay with us throughout the show. Interact with us on Facebook, JoyNews on TV, and watch us live through our regular channel on YouTube, My Online TV.